Hi guys, what's going on? Tommy here with another Retro Gaming Hunter pickups video for you guys today. So before I go any further, just have a swig of my gaming drink of choice, retro gaming drink of choice for today. Grab it, alcoholic ginger beer. Very nice. Put hairs on top of your chest. Okay, so I've really been starting to get into my retro gaming things recently, and really looking at different kind of consoles and variants of things, and really kind of getting into what I want to collect, because obviously I have a limited space. I have a big loft above me which I'm happy to fill with gaming stuff, but I kind of don't see the point if I can't see it and use it and play it. So I've really been thinking about where I want to go, and instead of having like one complete collection, which is like say the Xbox 360 collection, I'm going to get everything Xbox 360 over everything else. That's not my way. I like to have a little bit of everything. That's the way I've always been with gaming. I always have one or two consoles on the go, and that's how I like to be. So I'm really just started looking at everything. So it's like I've been looking at modern day computer games, retro computer games, PC games, Macintosh games, and then I've been looking at consoles, handhelds, everything really. Just really looking at everything and thinking, do I want to buy it? If it's cheap enough, I'll buy it no matter what it's for. Even if I haven't necessarily got, if it's a game and I haven't got the console, if it's cheap enough and I think it's a reasonable deal, I'll buy it. Anyway, so let's get into what I picked up. So I went to a car boot last week and picked up some PSP games. There's hardly anything really in this car boot. It's really getting to the time of the year where car boots are winding down, and to be honest, I've missed quite a lot, because it's just winding down, and you have to walk around a lot just to get a couple of things. It isn't really worth it. But luckily my wife enjoys walking around, and we always pick something up, and most of the time I get one or two things game related. So I picked up a few things that are quite good. I got Need for Speed Most Wanted. This isn't like the sorry, it's like the PlayStation 2 game and the Xbox, the original Xbox game, maybe on the 360. No, I think it was. It's like it's Most Wanted 5-1-0. It's like it uses the ideas of Need to Be Most Wanted, but it's a lot less good, so to speak. So yeah, but these games that I've picked up, these two one here, are in aftermarket cases, which I thought pretty good, but they were dirty as hell, and I really had to struggle to clean these up, to get this clean and to get them looking like they are now, because they were black, they were filthy, and they're all scratched up. Not the disc, but the surface itself was all scratched up, so I had to use a bit of magic to get them back. Next, in this other aftermarket case, what you have, a game which I've played a bit of and I've actually quite enjoyed what I played. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. That was really bad as well. And then I picked up another game, Loose, and I kind of think you really risk it for a biscuit with Loose games, because if it's in an aftermarket protector, then that's one thing. If it's in the case, that's another thing. But if it's loose, then you really don't know what you're getting. I really didn't know what I was getting with this, and I just liked the title of it, so I just went with it. It's a Japanese golf game, and it's just called I don't know if you see that, guys, but it's just, if I tap on there, go a little bit closer, it's called Golf, and so Japanese thing, and then golf, it's all in Japanese writing, so it's obviously originally Japanese, and this was like really like fucked up on the back, and this wasn't very good, so I actually had to take this out of the case and clean it all up and put it back in, which I don't like doing, but I don't know, and that plays really well. And if you guys want me to, I'll show you a bit of footage of these games. I'm not really putting no footage in this channel yet, to be fair. Next off, oh sorry, at the same time, walking around the car boot, I happen to stumble on quite a lot of these armoured, really thick, good quality SCART cables with gold connectors. So I asked how much that was. It says 50p, the woman, so I snapped that up. Oh sorry, and the price of these games, the golf one was £1 I think, and these two together were £1.50. Yeah, this cable, I've yet to try it out yet and test it, but I'm in the process of upgrading some of my cables that I'm using, so that'll definitely go into the system somewhere along the line, something that requires a SCART, one of the videos or DVD players that I use. Next off, I went to a charity shop and bought these two. I started buying a lot of PC games. I don't know why, probably because where I live at the moment, everywhere just being pit for as soon as something comes in, it's gone. I went into one place last week as I was walking past and seeing the game in the window, and I thought, right, the day after, because I was really busy, the day after I'm going to nip in and get that game, and it wasn't there. So someone's really picking through it, and the game is The Art of Murder, Cards of Destiny. And it seems to be kind of a detective game with a bit of a twist from what I can see. And that was 99p. I liked it because it had this card sleeve on it. It looks really good, and the artwork looks really good as well. It looks really crisp, and to be fair, the back looks pretty good as well. Looks like it may have some okay graphics. And that was 99p. And in the same charity shop, they had Terminator 3 Redemption for PlayStation 2. Now I haven't bought a lot of PlayStation 2 games because I have an awful lot in storage. I'm trying to get them down to find out what I have, what I haven't got. So that'll be probably in the next couple of weeks I'll get them down. But I'm sure I haven't got this. I really enjoyed the Terminator games. In fact, Terminator 2, which I probably would have said I played on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, depending where you are. It's one of the best games I've ever played of a Terminator game. Better than Salvation. Really, really good. And also, I have played it in an arcade game, and yeah, we've done really, really well with it. So yeah, that's complete with the manuals. Oh, and the Art of Murder is complete with the manual as well. That was a steal at £1 as well. Then I went into another charity shop and bought these two. The original Hitman for the PC. I have Hitman, I have it on the Xbox and on the PlayStation, but I don't have it on PC, and it looks really pretty much the same, but it was 99p, so I thought I'd risk it for a biscuit. See if there's any difference, see if there's any mods maybe about. Next, a game that I have on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, a game that I have on the PlayStation 2. James Bond Night of Fire. And I really, really enjoyed it. I bought this game brand spanking new, I think like the day after it came out. And really thoroughly enjoyed playing this game through. There's a couple of levels where you use a silenced tranquilizer gun. That was quite fun. If I ever go back and play it, I always go back to them couple of levels because I just remember how good it was. And playing local multiplayer is really, really good. I used to play it a lot with my friends, and I got so good with it using them rocket launchers. Unbelievable. My friends wouldn't play it with me anymore. Anyway, so I picked this up, seeing it, I thought, yeah, I'm going to get it anyway. And then I read the back, and I presume it's probably still going. It says online battles with up to 32 people, challenge AI enemies, and more than 15 exotic locations. So basically, online with up to 32 people. That sounds pretty good. So I'll give that a punt. Next up we have World Tour Soccer 2. I bought this game thinking I need a filler, but actually I don't have this game, and it's got the full manual and the disc, so I'll keep it. That's obviously for the PSP. Sorry, I don't know if I said, but James Bond Night of Fires, it was 99p. This was £1 for World Tour Soccer 2. Then I went to another charity shop. No, I didn't. I went to Cash Converters, where the other game is from, and got Time Splatter 2 for the Xbox, original Xbox. It comes with one of them really bloody annoying labels, which I'll probably never get off. And another one here, so that's great. The manual, might as well throw it in the bin. This is in pretty good condition, what I can remember, and that cost me £1. I don't think I played any of the Time Splatter series. I don't know how many there was, but looking at the graphics, looks pretty cool. I'll leave that till last. Next, I picked up a Nintendo DS game. I'm slowly going through the DS games. My DS is out of action at the moment, but if I see something cheap enough, I'll pick it up. So I know I need some spare cases, if nothing else. This is Sight Training. Some type of like brain trainy type thing with jig. And then last but by no means least, a game. There's a big story behind this game. I was playing this game, Shell Shock 2, Blood Trails, and I completed it. Then I got another Xbox 360, the Elite one, and I gave my old Xbox away to a friend with a few games that I completed or didn't particularly want, and with it I gave Shell Shock 2. And it's one of the moments like when you sell your car or you do something that you spent so many happy times with, you think, what the hell have I done? And I thought, what the hell have I done? So yeah, I got this yesterday, sorry, and it's really good. Lots of pretty cool graphics. No, sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. The graphics let the game down, and the storyline's pretty good from what I can remember. But it's just the fact of that I really missed it when I played it, and it's pretty easy to walk through. And obviously zombies, and I'm definitely into zombies. Comes with a disc and manual, pretty good condition. And that is it for today's issue of the Retro Game Hunter. Rate, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another video. Me, myself, I'm going to finish this bottle. And I'll see you another time. Goodbye.